The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play. And those guys pan out at such a high level. They have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give is to Williams.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Morton. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20.
showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
The Red Raiders have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Morton. Zings it complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Handoff to the single running back. Turning it on! They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
To the air, it's Stockton. Right on the money. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a little space. Looking for room at the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the grab outside. It's Virgil. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Playing on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air, it's Morton. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
To the ground with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option route.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Morton. Throws to the back. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On the ground, it's Robinson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got the tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to drop.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And he's thrown another interception. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Gets it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Pressure coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it!
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum, not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Morton. That's caught. It's Douglas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them? And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.